Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 56 of Fun with Fallen Flags, and we're going to talk about the Disneyland Railroad. So, Disneyland has always been a big part of me and my family's life. I grew up with a grandfather who worked with the construction teams there, and matter of fact, he had lunch with Walt Disney anytime that Walt would come and join the construction crews. He'd come on over and sit down with him, and my grandfather was right there with him and had lunch with him. So that's kind of cool. But we're going to talk about railroads at Disneyland and specifically some of the changes that have happened. So if you haven't heard, there's a new attraction there. It's called Galaxy's Edge. So Galaxy's Edge, what is that? That's a part of the theme park that is basically a Star Wars based environment. Took this picture here, and it's a Millennium Falcon sitting amidst all of these Star Wars structures, traders, and things like that. So in order to encompass that, they had to get a little bit of a bump into the railroad so that it would work its way around it. So there's 4 stops: Main Street, New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. So in between New Orleans Square and Mickey's Toontown is where Galaxy's Edge sits, and they put a couple of trestles, they put a waterfall, and some bridges as well. So anyway, I'm going to show you real quick what it looks like now, where before it was just kind of a route that was just going through some kind of boring terrain, to be honest. That now it's actually one of the most exciting parts of the railroad.
If you haven't done so, it's a good time to visit the cruise closet below decks to see how sailors of the 17 islands lived and worked while on the high seas. Lower decks will be closing when we enter port. Those of you remaining on deck, keep a close eye on the riverbanks, where you may be able to see moose, elk, and other wildlife.
Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these trails since the 1800s, traveling to you were stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled the entire horsemen, but the dreams of a whole new generation moved west into this great frontier. nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness.
I've done it once. My boss made.
Is that a fake person in the front and the back, or
Yes,
is that staff?
oh no, there's a real person in the back steering.
So there's staff
And
front
you
and
have,
back.
yes, right, you have to have, no, they waited.
Oh.
When they waited, they won't just. Yeah, he must have signed it on both.
So that's on a track too, then?
That's on the track. The canoes and
The passenger car at the end of the train is called Lillie Belle. Each of the trains are a little bit different on the configuration of where you can sit and how the seats are facing. This car was on one of them that I rode most often, so it's actually named after Walt Disney's wife. It's a great looking car. The engines on the Disneyland Railroad, there's 5 of them. The first 2 were built by the Disney Imagineering department in the 50s. The other 3 are originally Baldwin engines, and they've been updated, and the wheel arrangements have been changed, and they are beautiful looking engines now. And I'm going to put details on the engines, exactly the history and where they came from and that type of thing in the notes of the video. So if you're curious about that, I won't go through all of it, but you can go ahead and check that out. I really enjoy the trains, but the new Star Wars Galaxy Edge was pretty cool, and there was constant activity with the stormtroopers walking around, so I did get a little distracted there and spend some time in the new part. I would highly recommend that you go do that. It's a lot of fun. I managed to squeeze in a stop at a train shop, Arnie's Trains in Westminster, California. They have a 7,000 square foot well merchandised, well stocked store. I actually wish they were here in my hometown because it was a great store. They had a lot of consignment stuff. There's a lot of really good deals in there. And the guys, I spoke with Travis and Greg, and they were great to deal with, very personable. And right next door is another train store, Milepost 38 Toy Trains. Looked like it was larger scale stuff. I didn't get a chance to go in there, so I can't really say much about that train store. But this one was fantastic. If I get back to LA anytime soon, I'm definitely going back there. I scored a couple of deals, and I can't wait to start working on those. Alright guys, that's it for episode 56. Look for new content. I've got a ton of projects that I'm working on, and you're going to see those coming out fast and furious now that I'm back from vacation and rested. Also, don't forget to join the HO Scale Tutorials Facebook group and the YouTube channel. I'm going to put all the links and all the details about the Disney stuff that I referenced and the hobby shop that I went to. I'm going to put all that stuff in the notes. So if you're looking for any of that stuff, just look at the YouTube video notes, and all that content will be there. So you don't have to hunt around for it. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, and your feedback. And we will see you on episode 57. Thanks, you guys. Take care.